Moema Street in Soweto. This is where Mbuyisa Makhubu was famously photographed carrying Hector Pieterson, who was shot during the Soweto students' uprising in 1976. But many only know him as a South African anti-apartheid activist who disappeared in 1979 after being shown holding Pieterson. Now a research project commissioned by the city of Johannesburg will try to solve the riddle of his disappearance.
We as a museum, we've got a picture of Mbuyisa Makhubu inside the museum, but we do not have a story. So when people visit the museum, they do not get the whole story of Mbuyisa from birth to the day he disappeared from Nigeria. So this is what we want to have as a museum, that information, that who is Mbuyisa or who was Mbuyisa. His parents, his grandparents, his friends, as he grew up, what happened on the day of the 16th of June, what put him on the spot, because he was no longer a student then, but he managed to come and become prominent based on the iconic photograph that went around the world. So that information that we are going to get through the research, if we get objects like letters that he wrote, books, photographs, we are going to add in our exhibition.
Makhubu's family say they last heard from him in 1978 before he moved to Nigeria. Whilst June 16 ignites painful memories for them, they've expressed gratitude for this research initiative.
After 48 years, somebody was brave enough to say, come, let's talk and pave a way to finding your brother. This is a very big day for me. I'm very happy. And I'm grateful to all the people, South Africans and the world through, that prayed for us. Because it's prayer that takes us from A to B to C to D. I'm very grateful to everybody who prayed for us, and I'm grateful to the Almighty. And I hope that this is the beginning of a journey to find my brother.
Speakers at the exhibition included a retired nurse who penned her memories of the fateful day in a book titled Nurses Were There. She says she had to endure a harrowing experience at the then Baragwanath Hospital.
It was very difficult because patients were brought directly from theatre. You know, something we were not used to. But the staff who were sent managed to do all that. It wasn't easy. We shed tears in between, but we had to work.
The research is done in remembrance of Makhubu and to put to bed the story of his life and legacy.
The important thing is for the youth for recognition of Mbuyisa Makhubu and understand who was he and the representation of what he did.
It's also realizing the traumas and the aftermath that happened after the days such as the 16th of June in 1976. And I think it's also about us confronting our traumas and our fears as Black people and finding a solution and a way forward of how we can move.
Museum officials say his final story will be archived at the museum and objects collected and identified will be used for the exhibition. Mulimone Mutwa, SABC News, Soweto.